somebody who doesn't respond. Next, you're automatically blocked if you're one of those people who purposely leaves group chats whenever they get upset. It can literally be the littlest thing and then they leave the group chat for no reason. Not only do they just leave, but they sit there and they wait for somebody to add them back. And what's crazy is that 99% of the time they're the one that's starting the argument, but yet they end up leaving. Matter of fact, as soon as you dramatically leave the group chat, I'm usually the one to text nobody add her back because I never cared and I'm not in the mood. You're automatically blocked if you
Ooh.
correct literally every single typo that I make. I just feel like if it's close enough and you can make out what I'm saying, there's no need to correct it. Like, I don't say anything when I'm sitting there for 5 hours trying to debunk your gang list, but then when I spell don't without an apostrophe, all of a sudden it's World War III. Especially because if you have my number, that means we're close enough for you to know that spelling is not my strong suit. You can leave it alone. But we are finished. Deuces, deuces, and deuces. You're automatically blocked if you ever add me to a random FaceTime call with 1,000 different unsaved numbers. Life lessons that you should know before 2025 that I learned the hard way. I feel like a lot of people will disagree with this first one, but you do not need to forgive everyone. It's as simple as that. Not everybody deserves your forgiveness. Don't get me wrong, it's definitely healthier to forgive. But I don't care what anyone says, there are definitely some unforgivable situations. Like, obviously, I'm not saying, like, oh, never forgive people. I'm saying if you're in a situation where you physically cannot forgive somebody, that's okay. Next life lesson. This is especially for all of my people pleasers. Not everyone needs to like you. And this took me so long to understand, but it is literally impossible to please everyone. You can literally breathe and somebody will hate the way you just took that breath. Just do you, and the people that like you, and
Mm-mm.
the people that don't,
Mm-mm.
don't. My
I'm
next
dead.
piece of advice is to be very cautious with who you tell your business to. Because first off, not everybody needs to know. You'd be surprised how you can tell one person something and then the next day the whole entire school knows. So before you tell somebody some top secret info, stop and think about whether or not that person has earned your trust. My next life lesson would be that thinking negatively is the reason behind your setbacks. I'm a firm believer in whatever you say will be spoken into existence. Like, let's say you go into a test, for example, and you're saying, oh, I'm gonna fail, and then you fail. And it's like, well, of course you failed. You spoke that into existence. Or you're applying for a scholarship and you're like, oh, I'm not going to get that scholarship. Don't ever go into a situation already defeated. Because one, positive thinking gets positive results. And two, stop being so negative. Like, you never know what could happen. My next lesson is kind of a given, but your time is way more valuable than you think. Like, stop putting yourself in situations where you know good and well that your time is being wasted. My last little lesson is that it is so much better to take negativity as motivation instead of discouragement. Like, somebody telling you that you can't do something should only make you want to do it more. To an extent. Obviously, if somebody's telling you like, oh, you can't fly, don't like go and try to fly. Like, like I mean, in the sense like, oh, people telling you you can't be a doctor because you don't have the grades for it, or you can't be a model because you don't have the height for it. Don't ever let anybody convince you that you can't do something. Unless you're putting yourself in danger, then that's completely different. In that case, it might be time to take a listen. I don't know. But we are finished. Deuces, deuces, and deuces. Life lessons that you might end of the year unpopular opinions. This first one will probably sound a little crazy to some, but I prefer to be broken up with over text. Like, I just don't want you to see my reaction in person. And matter of fact, you don't need to see my reaction in person. And I especially don't want to meet up with you just so that you can break up with me. Like, you can do that over my phone. Like, I don't know, you're having me get ready and then you're gonna make me walk or take the bus or train just for you to say that. Like, that could be email. Next, since it's the season, I don't like that damn baby it's cold outside song. It's just too damn freaky. Like, what happened to the songs about Old Saint Nick and presents and Christmas caroling? I don't really know how to explain it. It's just like the whole song I feel like I'm interrupting. While we're talking about it though, the best Christmas song is Last Christmas. You can argue with whoever you want, but your opinion is just wrong. I'm just kidding. Kinda. Next unpopular opinion. Math is red, English is blue, science is green, and history is yellow. That's the order. Case closed. This argument has been going on for too long. Math is not blue, and it will never be blue, so I don't know who lied to y'all. Next, coffee is literally disgusting if you're not putting 1,000 different things inside of it. You're gonna sit here with a straight face and tell me that black coffee with absolutely nothing in it is scrumptious to you. You're a liar. It literally upsets me when I hear people ordering a black coffee. Like, you don't have to do this. This is not the life you have to live. Next unpopular opinion. I am genuinely scared of the curly hair police. Literally every time someone asks me, like, oh, what's your hair type? Look around, everybody on mute, because you will not be getting me. Like, let me say that I have 4B hair. They'll be like, actually, you have 4A hair with a splash of 3C and a mix of 5W in there. What are we talking about? Y'all scare me. Y'all literally just scare me. The point where I don't even want to tell people my hair type. I just say I don't know. But we are finished. Deuces, deuces, and deuces. So I've been sent video after video after video. Yes, I know that she said the N word again. And no, I'm not surprised. Matter of fact, I was so not surprised that I wasn't even going to make a video about it. Until I saw her explanation video. For her to say that she uses the N-word in a non-racial context, I literally had to put my phone down and take a lap around my house. There is no possible way on God's green earth to utilize a slur that was specifically created to degrade African American people in a non-racial context. There is just literally no way. When I tell you there gotta be tumbleweeds in her head, you take a look inside her brain and all you see is TV static. You might say like, oh Rihanna, that's mean. But if she was sitting in front of me right now, what do you think she would call me? Oh, okay. I think it's really funny how her approach was to not apologize, but say that she uses the N-word instead of saying bro, because that just makes it so much better. I'm about to say something and don't come for me when I say it. If y'all aren't gonna cancel her for real, just stop talking about it. Really and truly, because y'all made a big fuss the first time just for her to still have her platform and still have her sponsorships. Like, okay, cool. Second time, oh my gosh, she said it again. Oh wow, almost like that's the same exact person in the same exact year, who also never gave any sign that she was gonna change. Like, not even trying to be funny, I genuinely do not understand why so many people are surprised about this. The whole time while everyone's making this huge fuss, I go to find her explanation video, go to her profile, she's still sitting at 2 million followers. My $1,000,000 question was, what was the point of everything that happened in January? Just for us to be in December dealing with the same exact issue that got her in trouble in the first place. Actually, I changed my mind. My favorite part of her explanation video was her being like, oh, my friends and I all say it that way. What was that gonna do? How was that gonna help? Anyway, I'm getting a headache. We're done here. Deuces, deuces,
What?
and...
Who said the N-word?
At Indiana.
Everything that has pissed me off this week, except it's literally only Tuesday. First, yesterday I held the door for 3 people, and not one of them said thank you. Not one. Oh, so I should die. Because that's all I'm really getting from that. And for 2 of them, they were a good distance away, and I still held the door. And it was raining too. Like, you could say thank you next time. Like, what if I just grabbed your hoodie and pulled you back outside? Then I'm doing too much, right? Oh, okay. Next, I have a calc quiz and programming final today. Mind you, my calc final is on Friday, so why there's a quiz today is absolutely crazy and beyond me. Literally every week we have a quiz except for weeks of an exam. So how come the week of the final it's, oh, let's have a quiz? Like, in what world does that make sense? Because I promise you it isn't this one. Next thing, since it was raining yesterday, my Uggs got wet. I don't have no waterproof spray for them, so they're just done. And my damn sock got wet. Like, how does that even happen? I'm talking like the top part of my sock
What
that's
the fuck?
inside of my shoe. Next thing, if you watch the Hell Week vlog, you know that yesterday I walked into calc late. And for my calc, it's a big lecture hall.